Hello, Lisa Warden here with Sacred Living. I am here with your reading for the week, Sunday, April 2nd through Saturday the 8th, which is also considered Holy Week in the Christian faith. So I have, at the end of the reading, I have the archangels for the week. You can be thinking about whether you resonate with Archangel number 1, Archangel number 2, or Archangel number 3, and I'll have that at the end. So when I had my little drawer of cards open, and I'm like, okay, who wants to come out this week? I got Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. So I don't think I've ever used these ever for anybody's reading. They're mostly just something I have used on my own to get to know and feel like I have a better connection with Archangel Raphael, because he and I haven't always, even as a healer, he and I haven't always been like this, because his energy is really a lot more soft and gentle than I had a tendency to always lean on. I could always feel Archangel Michael, and so I just had a tendency to feel this greater connection, and this like strength of connection made me feel like, okay, I'm connected. I'm getting the information from the source I choose. And so it's been a practice in getting to know Archangel Raphael. So it's kind of funny, the cards that came up this week have Jesus in them also. And so I'm like, okay, because I wasn't going to reach in and read with the Jesus cards, and it's Easter week. So here we go, guys. So Sunday has us focusing on our relationships and really reviewing and thinking about how they have been divinely inspired. And my husband and I are getting ready to go on a really long vacation to celebrate our 25th anniversary. And I've noticed this energy coming in as I have planned a lot of the different aspects of our trip and some of the things that I want to highlight and do. But this is really going to be on the review for us as it draws closer to Easter weekend. For some reason, the energy of really thinking about all of the seasons we've had together in our relationships is coming up. And so Monday, it has a card on, the card says sobriety, and it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for adjusting my cravings in healthful direction so that I only desire life-affirming food and beverages. But that to me is not what this card was all about. The eagle wings on the back of this angel were so bright, and eagles fly the highest. They have a tendency to fly above bad weather, above the problems. And so for some reason, crows will just taunt the heck out of eagles, and it's like, picking at them and whatnot. And so when the eagle has had enough, he just goes, and he flies so much higher than where the crows can go. So I think that Monday actually has us looking at how can I really raise my frequency up to be completely up and away from whatever nonsense is going on. So that's where my mind went. Tuesday, and there's so many irises in here, it's like so many. So for those who have a spiritual connection to the iris flower, that is a particular nuance, because Sunday, right next to the lady, irises. The Tuesday card full of irises, and you'll see on through the week the color of the irises are always in these cards, that green and purple. So Tuesday has us looking at being easy does it in our mindset. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me detach, retreat, and go on so that healing can occur. And what is really brightest to me is his red sash that is around his waist and heading to the ground. So to me, it's being gentle with ourselves on Tuesday and staying grounded. And what I've been really paying attention to is how much fight or flight goes on in our body from some of the just different nuances and how we stand. So I think I've talked a lot on here about the closer your chin is to this little notch, that man, that'll really send your body into fight or flight mode. But one of the things I've been paying more attention to recently is that my feet have a tendency to grab onto the ground as if I am holding on to dear life to the earth. And that will also send you into fight or flight. And so a much more peaceful way to stand is to really allow your arch to be in contact with the earth. So as soon as I take a deep breath and I relax my toes down, then my arch is in contact. And so it's like, how are you grounding? How are you on the ground? That kind of thing. So that is something I've been really mindful of. But pay attention to what your body is telling you about some of those little nuances with how you're standing and how you're breathing and how you're moving through your day. Because that has a lot more to do with things. It's so crazy how many times I catch myself with my toes going. So when something has been your automatic pattern for decades, it takes a minute to notice it as frequently as it happens so you can adjust your pattern. So then on to Wednesday is the first time we've got Jesus showing up on the cards. Jesus, the divine healer. So, dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing power and presence. So, in the Bible is this verse that I never really understood as a kid, but as I started to understand ascended masters and that kind of things, I was like, oh, that's important. So there's a verse in the Old Testament that surely you have become a minister in the order of Melchizedek. And Jesus is one of the Melchizedek healers. And so they are kind of like the Green Lantern Corps. Green, Raphael, Jesus. They have Melchizedeks and teams of Melchizedeks that go all over everywhere, and they are beautiful healers that you can call in, and they have a tendency to adjust the what you need in your body with different lights and colors that they put around you when you ask for Melchizedek to come and heal. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is that Melchizedek business. So when you think about what part of your body and what system that you would most like healing with, your digestive system, your reproductive system, your respiratory system, whatever it is, when you think about what you're asking for, chances are pretty good if you're in tune with things, you might notice some different color lights. And I never get the same color. Everybody's always like, Archangel Michael is this color and this angel is this color. That's not how they roll up for me. But if you just get in the habit of noticing when you ask for a particular kind of help and this is the color you notice, it's going to be really nice reinforcement that, okay, that is that ascended master or that angel, that kind of thing. So, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that was Wednesday. Thursday is all about having faith. Dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. So Jesus has got the purple on and there's the green from the ground. So it feels like there's that iris energy again in this card, even though I don't see the flowers. And so somewhere along the way, I just always knew that when in growing up in my Christian faith, Jesus said when he was doing miracles, this too will you do and more. I just always knew that it was a potentiality for anybody to do healing work that just like resonated with me at such a deep level from the time I was tiny. And so this is something to really keep in mind is miracles happen every day. And whatever flavor of healing you choose to do, whether you just pray over people, whether you learn any hands-on healing techniques, Reiki or whatever it is, when you see someone healed and you ask, it is so in line with people's free will, of course. But when you don't put any limits on what universal energy can heal, it is astonishing, and you will see amazing things. So that is Thursday. Friday, and I don't think it has to do with the words on the card. Friday is all about diet is important here. And again, it's got that yellow and purple. And it's saying, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthy substances. I don't think this is that. To me, this feels far more like how important it is to start noticing how you feel when you eat different things. And this doesn't just mean sugar or caffeine or any of the things we're not supposed to eat if we are going to be good high frequency healing people. This is not that. So I was really fascinated to find out. I was reading a book about eating according to your dosha type. I think that's what it is in the Vedic system of healing. And so according to my system, salads aren't good for my joints. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. What's more healthy to eat than a salad, according to society, right? Sure enough, I stopped eating salads in the wintertime, and I don't eat them very much at all because, true enough, there's something about the frequency of a salad that my ankles just don't have as much integrity in the joint as when I avoid eating salads. So that's the easiest food thing I've ever gotten to avoid. But that is the gist of this in this circumstance. It's really asking us to notice, like, how does your body respond to the different things that you're using for fuel? So I actually got 2 cards for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday is leaving a stressful situation behind. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and the willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. So again, green and a little bit of purple. So, of course, Saturday was the day during Holy Week where Jesus was in the tomb. Good Friday, he was placed on the cross. Saturday was a day of darkness, and then Sunday he was reborn. So this is looking at what have you called dead in your own life, and what have you not let go of it, even though it's time for that thing to be dead in your life. So this is you getting up and out of your own yucky energy and like choices. So when we find that we have like, oh, this is creating that karma, as soon as you notice it, you can begin to transmute it, and you can begin to ask for a divine dispensation from this karma. Okay, I recognize this pattern, Spirit. Please forgive my karmic balance with this, because I now choose to create. And that's what this card is all about, is the I now choose to create perfect health, perfect whatever it is in the world, which is the, you know, not quite opposite, but a higher upgrade than what it is that we were leaving behind us before. And then Sunday is all about listening to your intuitive feelings. Dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my own inner wisdom. And what was brightest to me in this card is the bright green around his heart. So this is all about what have the promptings of your heart been. So the Holy Week is all about death to the things that no longer serve us and everlasting renewal in the ways of a perfect and restored being, right? We are now made perfect and sin-free, where sin is just missing the mark and low frequency garbage. So how can I be in the greatest alignment with my highest purpose and the truest call of my heart? So that is your reading for the week. I hope it blesses you. I hope you have a great Holy Week, however you choose to celebrate and however that presents for you. If you had Archangel number 1, then you have Archangel Ariel. And she is coming with the courage. And boy, what was brightest to me was the armband on her arm and the sternness on her face. Like she is poised for battle. And so what we don't always remember is that our angels are here to do the battles. We don't need to do them. So when we are afraid, Archangel Ariel is a great angel to call on. Her name means lioness of God. So you're likely to see lions around you, or you might even hear the roar sometimes when she is around, but she means business. She is going to take care of her own, i.e. us. So when you call on her, she brings the energy. If you have Archangel number 2, then you have Archangel Sandalphon, and he's asking us to really notice and stand in the energy of gentleness this week. And you can ask for his beautiful turquoise healing shower to just kind of wash away the things that are not so gentle and calm inside of our energy field, and to release those things. He is especially present. When we play music or those kinds of things, like he's almost always got an instrument in his hands when you see him. So just really soft energy, very, very subtle. He feels subtle to me. And if you have Archangel number 3, then you have Hello from Heaven with Archangel Azrael. Now, Archangel Azrael has a bunch of different things he's responsible for. So I just have this picture in my mind of him standing in line in heaven like, oh, I can do that too. I can do that too, because he is the angel responsible for taking newly deceased souls to the other side to help them transition effectively to spirit and to go to heaven. He is also the archangel that helps with counselors, and he also helps people with addiction. I don't know how that rolled out, but that just is, it hits me funny. So Archangel Azrael is saying the loss that you feel, if this was your angel, doesn't, if you're looking for a message from your loved one, ask Archangel Azrael to bring you either in dream time or in the form of a specific message from your loved one that you are especially missing. And you can always ask for that loved one to come to you. Now, I found that when we really have a energetic attachment to the need to have a dream in that contact, it often kind of pushes it away and holds it back, because our loved ones aren't going to come to us in dream time if it's going to cause that kind of discomforting attachment. Whereas when we have made peace with the loss in some way, shape, or form, that's when we can start to usually have dreams come forward. So there have been people I care about a great deal that I have not seen in dreams for years. And then I'm like, okay, this must be getting better because now I have seen this person. But that is a thing. That is your reading for the week. If you are looking for your own private reading, how to reach me is in the About section on YouTube, or you can send me a Facebook message. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a great week. Take good care. Bye-bye.